1.
Today I'm going to tell you a funny story about the butterfly's life cycle. Don't even try and hide your thoughts from me. You are obviously thinking, what's funny about butterflies? Well, let me tell you how I learned all about the butterfly's life cycle. Fellow students and Miss Quigley, my funny story begins one beautiful late summer day. My sister, brother, and I were playing outside when we found an interesting looking caterpillar that we have never seen before. Being the curious outdoorsy family that we are, we decided to Google it. Turns out that it was an Easter black swallowtail caterpillar. If you have never seen one before, it looks like a puffy green gummy worm with black spots down its back. We named it Hulk. After some more Googling, we learned that we could bring it in the house, put it in a glass tank, and watch it form its cocoon. We discovered that the swallowtails like dillweed, parsley, and Queen Anne's lace, which is what we found him on. So we put some of that in his tank with him. Now, something interesting that we also learned is that the black swallowtail doesn't actually spin a cocoon. The next day we got to see something spectacular. Hulk split his skin and wiggled out of it, and his insides became the outsides and hardened into a cocoon, or also known as a chrysalis. Swallowtails will stay in their chrysalis for about 3 weeks before emerging into a beautiful butterfly. 3 weeks passed, 4 weeks passed, 5 weeks passed, and still no butterfly. We all assumed he died. So we decided that it might be cool to dissect it to see what the insides looked like. Before we got the chance to, my mom put the tank up in our kitchen on top of our pantry, and we all forgot about Hulk. Fast forward 5 months later. I'm sitting in my room quietly, being the angel that I obviously am, and my mom starts screaming. I jump up and ran to the kitchen to see my mom standing there holding Hulk's tank and inside was a gorgeous eastern black swallowtail butterfly. So what did we learn? Number 1, Hulk is a hulkette due to the coloring. Hulkette has black wings with yellow spots and blue accents at the bottom of her wings, whereas males have bigger yellow spots and less blue on them. Number 2, Hulkette didn't die after all. Just as a side note, make sure the websites you Google are Canadian sites, because swallowtails in the north hibernate in their chrysalis over winter. Number 3, my mom can scream really loud. Now we can't exactly let Hulkette out into the snow, so what do? We Googled it, of course, and turns out they're nectar eaters, like hummingbirds, meaning they like sliced oranges and Gatorade. So we have made her a nice habitat filled with loads of nectar. This is where the funniness in my story dies down. Swallowtails only live as butterflies for 2 weeks or so. So we are just going to have to enjoy our miracle winter butterfly as long as we can and hope that Google is wrong about those 2 weeks.